participant to begin using the Canvas learning management system. Yeah, it is important for you to know your Sampurna University email account. Yeah, so ensure that you already have your account, yeah, your username and also the password, yeah. And then you need to access the single sign-on, yeah, which is the https my.sampurnauniversity.ac.id. So this is the look of the single sign-on. And then next, yeah, once you have completed, yeah, sign into the single sign-on, you can scroll down and then you will see that there is an access to Canvas e-learning, and then just click it. Yeah, just click the Canvas e-learning over here. And the second way, actually just type in the https lms.sampurnauniversity.ac.id into your browser. Nanti you can directly open the Canvas, and don't forget to input your username and password. Yeah, so this is the look of the LMS. Now I'm gonna show you the Canvas. I believe that the look of the dashboard. And to begin this exploration, we have injected your name to the Canvas tutorial session module. Yeah, so you can see this is the dashboard. Yeah, and then in the left side of the screen you will see the global navigation. This is what we call by global navigation. Yeah, you will you can see your account, and then for myself I have access as admin, yeah, of the Canvas. And then dashboard, courses, calendar, inbox. Yeah, if you want to send a message or email to your student or other Canvas user, yeah, you can make use this feature. And then there is also history, comments, yeah. So if you want to share your Canvas module to the public, you can just use this, or you can also access others Canvas modules, yeah, which also available in the comments, yeah. And then the last one is help. And then in the middle, yeah, in the center of the screen, this is actually our dashboard. Yeah, so you can see that there are some course card, yeah, here, that maybe you are teaching these courses, or maybe you are enrolled as the student, or enrolled as the the designer of the Canvas module. Yeah. Okay, so there are two criteria. The first one is all published courses, and then if you scroll down, you will see all unpublished courses, right? Okay, so before we start the semester, please do not change the status, yeah. So please keep it in unpublished courses. But when the semester is started, then you have to change, yeah. You have to change the status becomes published, yeah. Otherwise, the student cannot find your Canvas, yeah. Nah, before we do that, Bapak Ibu, please go to the website Sampurna University CPS for lectures. And just click this, yeah. We already enrolled you as the teacher, so you have access to the modules, to all content that we have developed. So this is actually the sample of the module that CTL has developed in previous semester. So we decided to develop this template to help you to get insight, yeah, about what module that is appropriate, yeah, for our Sampurna University student. So as you can see here, when you click the Canvas module, you will directly access the home page. This is what we call by home page, ya, Bapak Ibu. And it is very important for us, yeah, to give a visualization of the course. So this is just example. So that's why I just picked an image that visualize the situation of a classroom, right? But if you, for example, you teach thermodynamic, then you can just pick other picture that is relevant, yeah. And then don't forget to give the course title, and if you have the course code, you can also put the course code, yeah, below the course title. All right. And then basically for the home page, yeah, it is essential for us to give a welcome message, yeah, to our student. So this is just a basic template. You can, of course, you can always modify it, yeah, but better to meet this standard, and then you can extend or expand, yeah, modify based on your preference. Okay. Now if you see, yeah, after you greet the student, yeah, it is important for you to give a brief description about the course, yeah. So for example, okay, dear my Calculus 1 student, welcome to this class. And then Calculus 1 class is about, for example, it's about study related to limit and then derivative, yeah. That is the example. Hello, so, welcome. Wow, ini kayak member. Ya, Mbak, berarti udah dapat akses ya? Udah. Ini the email kan remain the same ya, Mbak ya? Email account. Oke. Yes, Pak. Good morning, Pak. Welcome. Silakan, gimana?
Suasana juga boleh, Pak.
Mohon maaf, Kak.
Iya, oke, Pak.
Di ini state ya?
Iya, please. Oke, jadi Bapak Ibu, so please before we start, I want you to ensure that you already have your email account. I guess Sampurna University email account. Have you received the information?
Iya, ya sih.
Already, yeah. Okay, good. So have you tried to log into your email?
Yeah, just this morning.
Oh, okay, that's good. And then success, yeah?
Success.
Success.
So that's why I know this session.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so if you want to go to the restroom, please do so. That's okay. We still have enough time until 12, yeah. Okay. Okay, so to start the session, Bapak Ibu, again, I'm asking you to try to go to the sign in, yeah. Single sign on, I mean. So what you need to do, you can use any kind of browser, yeah, and then go to the https, yeah, my.sampurnauniversity.ac.id, and then you will be required to input your email account and password. Okay. Then after that, you will see this page. Yeah, this is the look of the Sampurna University single account. And then just scroll down. Yeah, scroll down. And then you will see that there is access to the Canvas e-learning. Yeah. On the bottom of this page, Canvas e-learning. So you just click this. Am I too fast, Pak? Bentar nggak?
No, just try to log into.
Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot to inform you that this is the Wi-Fi information. You can use password is over there, ya. Aman ya. Oke. Are we still waiting for other participants? Okay. Okay, good. Jadi bukannya https my.sampurnauniversity.ac.id. I just okay, I will show my presentation ya. Aniko, ya, please be patient. Oke ya. Wait. Oke. Oke, Bapak Ibu, so there are two alternatives way that can be used to access the Canvas Learning Management System. Ya, first you can access the Canvas ya by opening your single sign-on. Ya, and then the second one you can just access the https lms.sampurnauniversity.ac.id. Ya, and then you can directly access the Canvas LMS. Of course, you will be required to sign in using your Sampurna University email account. Yeah. So do not use other account. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any question about this? Okay ya. So far so good ya. Andre, do you want to stop the participant? Okay. So if it is clear, yeah. Once you successfully sign into the single sign-on and access the Canvas, you will see this page. Yeah, this is the look of the main page of your Canvas LMS. Yeah.
Just wait.
Okay. Now I will go back to the Canvas. All right. So this is the look of the Canvas dashboard. Yeah. So in the left side here, you will see what we call by global navigation. Yeah. And then in the center of this page, this is what we call by dashboard. So in the global navigation, you can see your account. You just click it. Yeah. So you can set the notification, you can change your profiles, you can see all files that you have uploaded, yeah. And then you can also see files that's shared to you from other participants, from other lectures, yeah. And you can also create your portfolio, yeah. And then, yeah. And then for the dashboard, this is actually the page where you can access all courses, yeah, that you are taking, yeah, if you are a student, yeah, or courses that will be delivered by you if you are the instructor. Okay, so there are two types of courses, yeah. The first one is the published courses, and then the second category is the unpublished courses. Yeah, so for example, I have two courses here, differential equation and also calculus 1A. So these two courses are actually those who will that will be delivered by the upcoming semester. Yeah. So once we enter the spring semester, yeah, we need to publish these two courses. Itu Bapak Ibu ya. Okay. Now, before we explore your own modules, I want you to see the lectures over here, like this. Now, once you open the courses, you will see the look of the home page. Yeah, so this is very important. Yeah, for all courses have this kind of home page. So you are going to learn how to develop this home page. So basically, in your home page, you need to give a visualization of your course. Yeah, for example, if I teach calculus, yeah, so mainly when we learn about calculus, we discuss about limit or integration. Then I will create a picture, for example, visualize the application of limit, yeah, in real life situation. And then don't forget to put the course title, okay. And if you also have the course code, you can just input the course code, yeah, below the course title. And then it is also important for you to give a welcome message to your student, and then give a brief information about your course, yeah. And then don't forget to also give them the success tips, yeah. So this is just examples. You can modify, yeah, this template, yeah, based on your preference, yeah. So this is a very basic. Yes, student must understand the course syllabus. So that's why you need to ask them to read the course syllabus carefully, and then yeah, it is also essential for you to discuss the syllabus in the first meeting Bapak Ibu, yeah. And then yeah, you can also define what do you mean by the active participation. Yeah, in my case, yeah, I expect that the student must attend, for example, 75% of my meetings, and then they need to also actively participate during the meetings. And then I also expect them to complete. So in my class, I use application, yeah, Desmos Classroom activity. So they are required to give response to all my instruction, yeah, in real time situation. So I will give them score based on their response, yeah. And then complete assignment, yeah, and then practice makes perfect, yeah, because in mathematics it is very important, yeah, for the student to practice, yeah. More practice will be better for them, yeah. And then you can add other points, yeah, if it is necessary. And then yeah, so this is the look of the homepage. We can actually copy this into your modules, and then you just modify, so you don't have to start from zero, yeah. Okay, and then as you can see here, there are some buttons, yeah, that we have developed. So this is actually developed by the CPL. So the student can just access some buttons here. For example, they need to really understand, to really know about the lecture, so they can just click the lecture button here, and then they will see the lecture information. So yeah, I remind you also to upload your picture here, yeah, and then you can also use the message that we have given here, yeah. This is just a template, yeah. You can modify this information, and then you can also add, for example, a video, yeah. This very good if you already have your own video, and then you have a welcoming message, yeah, to them. You can just upload it, yeah, and we will learn how to insert the video into this page, yeah. Okay, and then if you go back to the home page, Bapak Ibu, yeah, there is also a button, yeah, to access the syllabus, yeah. Again, this is just an example, so that's why this is, yeah, it is still empty, yeah. It is still template actually. So you can consult with your HOD, yeah, and don't forget to get approval approval from the HOD before you publish the syllabus in your Canvas. Okay, you can go back, and then the third button is about the modules. So this is the look of the modules. Yeah. So it is essential for you to add 0 modules. 0 modules here is about the course. Yeah. So there is a welcome page, and then about the lecture, learning resources, Q&A, and help. Yeah. And then the first topic, yeah, you can make use this template. Yeah. So you just input the topic name. Okay. So how to do this? Nanti Bapak Ibu, you can just click this button and then click edit, yeah, and then you can change the topic name, yeah. For example, topic 1, introduction to limit. Because you are also a teacher for this module, you can try to modify it by your own, yeah. Introduction to limit. Okay, and then save. If you click this page, yeah, you will see that we have prepared you brief information about topic 1. Yeah, so it is very important for you to explain briefly about the topic, and then don't forget to also mention or explain the learning outcomes that will be achieved, yeah, through this topic. And then you can also give information about the learning resources that will be used, yeah, to learn about this topic. And then if you have learning videos or maybe application software, you can also mention all the information in this page. Okay. Any question about that? Okay, maybe I can show you my own course. Okay, this is the example from my previous Calculus 1. Yeah. Nah, this is the picture of Calculus 1, and then yeah, I give them a welcoming message, and then I also provide them information about the course itself, and then the tools or resources that we will be using, yeah, during the semester. And then the success tips, yeah, I also modify the buttons for my own course, yeah. And then I also provide them a video about why studying calculus, why it is important for the student to learn about calculus. And then this is the example from my class also. If I click this button, then yeah, I give them my picture and then contact information. If they click this link to information, they will see my email. Yeah, they can get the information about my email and other resources. Yeah, this contact information. Yeah, my phone number. Or maybe yeah, just give the information using this Canvas, that's okay. Yeah, and then yeah, that's all about the lecture. And then now I will go back to the home page. Okay, and then yeah, if you see the modules here, this is the example of my module. So in every unit, yeah, I always give them a brief information about the topic area. So as you can see here, I give them the learning outcomes and then the reading materials, so they can just download the reading materials, and then they can also access other resources that will be used here in this topic. For example, I'm using mathlibertext.org. So when they click this, yeah, they can directly access the topic, yeah. Okay, and then all the videos that will be used here to discuss this topic also given in this page. Okay, so it will be easier for them to access everything in one page. Okay, so please do not just give them a link like this. I'm gonna give you example. Nah, this is the example nih. Nah, this is the topic, yeah, and then in the first page here you just see that there is a PDF. So this is not appropriate, yeah. So better you give them information. What is engineering thermodynamics actually? And these are the reading materials. And then when reading materials one, and then they click, and then they get this PDF. Is that clear? So please try to, as much as you can, try your best lah Bapak Ibu to modify the Canvas modules, yeah, based on or by referring to the given template, yeah. Okay, and then okay, now what if Bapak Ibu you try to, maybe you can try to modify the given Canvas module. For example, maybe you can try to modify the about the course here, yeah, or about the lecture, and then you can also check the learning resources. Yeah, I have given you also an example on how to give information related to the learning resources. Before we explore your Canvas module, do you mind please share to me your course name, so I can check your Canvas. Bapak, maybe you can give me the course title that you will taught.
Enterprise.
Sorry, pardon?
Enterprise.
Enterprise. Okay. Pak Novan?
Yeah.
Novan ya?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this is the look of the homepage. Bapak, so you need to modify this. And then when I check, there's the module, and this is the module. So my suggestion will be maybe you can start to modify the homepage, and then of course you need to also modify the modules, yeah. Week 1 can be changed into topic 1, Introduction to Enterprise Architecture, and then maybe you don't have to put day 1, yeah, Pak. So it can be blended into one module, right? Introduction to this is part the page of introduction, okay. And then now this is the example here. Read your RPS or syllabus, but there is no link to this RPS, right? So it will be hard for the for the student to access the syllabus. They need to access the course navigation over here. Nah kan kayak cek, oh, okay, this is the syllabus, and then let us check. When we click the syllabus is not here yet. We just have this access the PDF file. This is good, but it will be better for you to copy the course syllabus. So you just click the edit and then copy, yeah, Control V over here. Yeah, this is the example from my course. Mana my course is MBE. Okay, this is the syllabus. The syllabus, this is my syllabus. Oh wait, I think this is the wrong course here. Okay. Yeah. So this is the look of the syllabus in my class. What do you do?
General biology.
General biology. Wow, I'm impressed. Wow, keren. General biology. Biology. Coba. Coba ya. Spring. Oh, sorry. Iya. Ini, kalau tipe sirawan. Oh, iya, ini apa
Iya.
juga. Oke. Wah, I think you don't have to
To be honest.
extra miles ya.
No, I cannot take credit for that because it's Pak Lukman's.
Yeah,
So
Pak
I'm just a
Lukman's.
reinforcement.
Yeah, that's okay, but you can still modify it,
Yeah.
customize it based on your preference, of course. Wow, nice. There are so many pictures, ya. Emoji lucu loh. Ya, oke lah, nggak terlalu banyak ya yang harus dikerjakan. That's okay. Jadi yang banyak nih yang thermodynamic dan yang tadi ya. Oke, Bapak Ibu, maybe we can start to work on your Canvas module ya. Okay, so my suggestion is actually you need to copy the general template to your Canvas. So how to do this? Nah, you can go back to the module. Okay. Wait, this is the module. Biology. Okay, now you can do like, you can access the canvas, the CTS canvas, ya, mana tadi CTS canvas. Sorry, this one is MSO. Oh, this one. Nah, Sakura University CTS for lectures, and then you just go to the modules. And then you can click this about the course, yeah, click this button and then click copy. After that, you just type your course code. For example, tadi mana biology ya, biology. I forgot that tadi. Maybe I just use this ini ya, ENGR 2302 ya. Paniko. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will try to copy this. Yeah. Select a course and then you just type in the course code. ENGR 2302. nggak usah, cukup one. Close, berarti close, tunggu aja nanti.
Oh,
Tadi udah kan copy?
udah.
Ya udah.
Ini masih di refresh ya?
Nggak usah, yang di refreshnya di itunya, di biology-nya. Dia
Oh,
balik
di-
ke dashboard, back to
Oh.
dashboard, and then general biology B, ya. Oke, and then klik modules. Klik modules. Oke, belum ya, nanti dulu ya, sabar. Di refresh aja. Bapak, how about you? Balik ke yang tadi, mana yang Bapak udah kok belum tadi munculnya? Ini sampelnya di CDS. Then go to the modules. Oke. Then klik yang sini. Yes, copy to. Klik copy to. Nah, just type in the course code. Jadi course code-nya soalnya tadi kan di itu ya. Oh iya, INF itu. Klik kanan aja Pak. Jadi open new tab. Udah.
Jadi bagian
Oke, nah tinggal di drag aja Bapak Ibu. Nah, this is the example nih. From the ENGR, tab. So if you want to change the position of the module, nah this is what you can do. Nah, you just tap this and then move, drag ya, drag the module. For example, this is moved into the second module. Just move it. Okay. And then yeah, so you can start to modify your homepage before you develop other modules ya. Udah Mbak? Bisa? Belum ya? Yang tadi yang biology? Ini biology? Belum? Belum masuk ya? Refresh.
Masuk yang ini.
Yang about the course ya? Ini tadi maaf. Di copy benar. Copy ya. Itu kode mana ya?
Kok ada?
Masih sama GSCI 1.
GC. GS harusnya.
Iya apa tadi?
GS.
Oh iya, iya ya. Udah tinggal di scroll down aja. Scroll down. Ya, B, bukan E ya. Oke, copy. Nah, udah kan close, close. Dan udah tunggu di sini dulu deh. Dan terus dia nah gituin aja. Nanti tunggu agak lumayan lama karena kontennya
Oh,
banyak.
ada banyak ya.
Yes. Ini kan masih cuma baru fun fact ya sama roll call attendance, jadi memang perlu dimodif sih homepage. Udah ya Pak? one comes based on the syllabus, yeah, of course, the one that has been approved by the HOD. So while doing the exploration, please enjoy the food, the snack, refreshment. Feel free. Just relax aja ya Bapak Ibu. Yeah. So have you finalized the syllabus Bapak Ibu and get approval from the HOD? Not yet. Oh, okay, that's okay. So you don't have to upload it now, yeah. Don't forget to also ask the general template of the syllabus, yeah, to the HOD. We already have the template for the syllabus. Of course, you can modify, yeah, the success tips, yeah. But if you just want to use the one that given by CTL, that's also fine. Ya nggak apa-apa. Okay, I also want to give you information about how to add picture, ya, or image. Sorry, picture or video. Nah, so in order to embed a video sophisticated there in sophisticated way, we need to use the studio feature, ya Bapak Ibu. You can see that there is a studio in the canvas, in the course navigation, ya. You can see here there is a studio. Okay, I'm gonna give you example. Nah, when you access the studio, you can embed video from YouTube, or maybe you can also add your own video. Nah, just click create button, yeah, and then there are 3 options. You can do screen capture or webcam capture, welcome Kutika, or add media. Yeah, the simplest way to do this is to add media aja, ya. Just click add media, and then nah, there are 2 options. You can upload the video that you already have in your own laptop, ya. But that it will be quite hard because you will use many quota, ya kan. Nah, so to do this you just need a YouTube link. Nah, for example nih, misalnya YouTube, ya. I just open my YouTube and then wait. Before doing that, maybe wait. Canvas, LMS, YouTube lah. Nah, ya, this is just example, ya. Wait, ya Bapak Ibu. Kan premium, so ya. So maybe dulu ya, ada advertising skip dulu, ya. Okay. Nah, this is example. So what you need to do is you have to copy the link of the YouTube video, and then just paste the link, ya, Ctrl V or Command V, and then add video to your studio. Okay, and then I can go back to the homepage, ya. This is the example. And then for example, I want to add a video in this homepage. Click edit, Yeah, click edit, and then for example I want to replace this picture with the given video. Nah, you can see that there is a studio button nih, ya, diklik di sini. Nah, so there is option for you to add the Canva Studio video. Ya, klik the Canva Studio, and then you just choose the video that you want to embed, ya, into your homepage. For example, this is the recent video about the Canvas learning management system. And then if you click this button, ya, display media text, ya, there is no option for the student to give comment, ya. Nah, but if you click this green, ya, green button, then the student can give comments into the YouTube channel. So since this is only to explain about the Canva Studio, so I just make it off, ya, and then click embed media. Yeah, and then you will see that it is already embedded without any disruption, ya. Okay, then click save. Don't forget to click save. Maybe you can start to add the YouTube video into your studio, Bapak Ibu. You can pick your own video and then insert it into your studio and try to embed the studio video into your homepage. Okay, do you mind just try to modify the homepage of your Canvas module? Okay. Nah, ini kan tadi ya. Nah, we just focus on your module, Mbak.
Oh ya.
Nah, Mbak Cut. Nah, misalnya Mbak Cut would like to modify the picture, or maybe you want to add a video related to the general biology. Maybe you can search in your YouTube. You can find a video that is explaining about biology, why it is important, ya, to learn about biology, for example. Or maybe Mbak Cut would like to have a welcoming message. Record yourself. You can, hi student, I'm the new lecturer at SU. I'm happy.
Tapi nanti student.
Ya gitulah pokoknya ya. Oke. Oh ya, don't forget to ini Bapak fill out the analysis. choose to add media, the look of the video will not be tadi sophisticated gitu. Kayak ada linknya gitu. So just make use the Canva Studio. That is the best way to showing video to the student.
Ini udah baca terus create dulu apa ini udah.
Nah, ya udah, diklik dulu, deh. Klik select. Nah, terus kan there are two option nih, to click the green or display media tabs or not. Nah, if you click display media tabs, then the student will be able to give comments to the video. Tapi kan nggak rapi ya.
Iya.
If you give them permission to give comments, so better di off aja. But then if you want to conduct, for example, online discussion, then click the green button. You can click display media tabs, turn on the display media tabs. Gitu. Nah, udah klik embed media. Yes, thank you. Nah, so now we are going to learn how to locate the video appropriately ya. Nah, go back to this, mana tadi ya? This is the background page, and then click edit. Ya, jadi you click this video, and then there is option for you. Yeah, for example, if you want to position the video center align like this or left align. This, yeah, and then put the cursor here, and then if you want to put locate the video right align, just click right align. But if you want to locate this video center align, click the center align. And then if you want to for example, you want to increase the size, yeah. You can do it like this, yeah. Any question? So this is almost similar, yeah, when you type in any text in Microsoft Word, almost the same. So for example, if you want to increase the font page for the course title, just click here and then heading, yeah, just increase the font size. For example, becomes from 18 point becomes 36, yeah, like this. And if you have finished, you just click save. Okay, now you can go back to your modules. So once you have, assuming that you have finished, yeah, with the welcome page, yeah, you can try to develop other activities within your Canvas. For example, maybe we can create assignment, ya, Bapak Ibu. Nah, maybe I will pick one module. Nah, modulnya Mas Niko mana? Modul Mas Niko? Ini ya, NCR. Ya, oke. So when I click the assignment here, yeah, you can see that there are some groups assignment. 35 ya, 35% plus 0, 35, 50 berapa? 70. Okay, in total we already have 100% ya for the assignment. This is good. Nah, my suggestion will be, it will be better for you to also count the attendance, I mean the participation score for the student. Yeah. So for example, maybe you can modify between 20, maybe for the quiz, sorry, not the quiz ya. Apa ya yang bisa dimodify? Homework maybe? Homework 10% and then the attendance can be modified ya from 0 becoming 15%. Nah, jadi how to do this? Nah, you just edit assignment groups with ya, so you can change the proportion like this. Tadi ya, I will repeat ya. So just click the three buttons here and then choose the assignment groups with ya. If you want to change the proportion, and then for example, I want to change the attendance aspect ya from 0 becoming 5% gitu ya. And then of course I need to reduce the proportion for one category. For example, I choose homework ya. Jadi okay, right? Nanti you can ya, ini 10%, okay? So in total ya, it's they should be 100%, okay? Okay, now for example, we can try to create. Okay, I will check nih. For example, I wanna access the final exam. Nah, if you see from this assignment, there is no description about the final exam. Yeah, so it is not appropriate. Yeah, you can go back to the CTS module. You will see that there is an example of midterm assignment. Yeah, you just click this and then you will see that there is a brief information about the exam. Nah, this is the example Bapak Ibu. Nah, dear student, ya, your midterm assessment will be, for example ya, an online quiz consisting of 50 multiple choice questions. You will have 120 minutes to complete the exam. Yeah, so this is clear ya. And then you can also explain the rules. Yeah, first, this is a closed book exam. No external materials are available. Yeah, only one attempt is permitted, and so on so far. Yeah, you can just add all the rules based on your preference. Okay, and then after that, you can develop the quiz. Okay, so we expect that you can also give a brief information about the exam. Yeah. Maybe you can do it later on, Bapak. But then, okay. And then next we can see that there is a rubric, ya. There is a rubric. Okay, Bapak Ibu, maybe you can check in your own module, specifically for your final exam or mid exam. So in Sampurna University, we have what we call by signature assignment. So this signature assignment specifically will assess the core program learning outcomes assigned to the course. Yeah. Now we are going to add the signature assignment into your final or mid assignment. Okay, let me check. Chut, how about you? Ini mid exam or final? Final. Okay. Nah, ini kan clear ya, dear student. Terus welcome to your final exam. Ya, this is a very good example. Okay. And then scroll down, Pak. Yes. And then scroll down again. Nah, ini perlu ditambahin. Oke, now I'm going to access budget modules ya. Mana budget? Biology ya, general biology ya. General biology. Oke. Let's look general aja, general biology. Oke, budget. Okay, now I'm going to show you a general biology module, yeah. Now, as you can see from the assignment, nah, ini ya Pak ya, problem solving essay, rethinking solution to global issues. Nah, my suggestion, yeah, maybe you can consult with Butika as the HOD. I believe that this assignment can be assigned as the signature assignment ya Butika ya. Because this is actually the final exam ya. It's supposed to be part of the signature assignment. And then as you can see here, there is no signature assignment learning outcome attached to this assignment, yeah. But then you can also see that there is a very clear explanation, yeah, about this assignment. Maybe you can refer, yeah, to this example, yeah. So the lecture provide overview, yeah, of the assignment, yeah. There are 6 parts of the assignment from problem-based learning, title and abstract until promotion poster. So welcome to your final exam. In this assignment, you will have the opportunity to explore and promote innovative solution to global issues. Yeah, remember problems are not just obstacles; they can be springboards for creativity and positive change. Ini ada assignment overview-nya, and then this is the expectation from the lecture. So the student needs, for example, to create SWOT analysis and so on. Yeah, and then the lecture also provide the rubric, yeah, and maybe you need to add the outcomes, Mbak Cut. So to do this, you can click the outcomes, Bapak Ibu. So this is specifically for the signature assignment, yeah. Click outcomes, yeah, in the course navigation. This is what we call by course navigation, and then okay, I'm going to check. Wait, I think. Okay, before we assign the outcomes, we have to click find, yeah, click find, and then click account standards, and then Sampurna University ya Butika ya. We use Sampurna University, right? Sampurna University, and then click. Okay, just pick the signature assignment. Nah, ini kan ya, sorry, mana? Signature assignment, ya kan? Oke. Nah, edit ya. Nah, terus klik done. Nah, so for this assignment, you can go back to the assignment. Okay. And then you can edit, ya, the rubric. Nah, and then find outcomes, ya. In the bottom of the rubric, click find outcome. Nah, bingung yang mana nih? Yang banget.
Ini sama aja sih.
Sama ya berarti ya. Okay. Then wait, I need to click one by one, I think, to recheck again. Nah, yang this one ya, yang di bottom. Ya, this is the outcome that will be used to be for the signature assessment of each Sampurna University courses ya, for the purpose of curriculum mapping. Nah, don't forget to unclick ya, unclick this, use this criterion for scoring, because if you still click ya this criterion, then the final score 100 plus 3 plus 4 or plus 1. Yeah, so we are not going to add this point to the final score. So just unclick the criterion for scoring and then click import. Okay, now you will see, yeah, there is an additional criteria for the signature assignment. Previously there is no signature assignment score, yeah, but then when you already embed the Sampurna University signature assignment, you can also assess the signature assignment, yeah. So is it exit competency, demonstrate, approaches, or below competency, or 0 points? Okay. So you need to do this only for assignment that is assigned as the signature assignment. So basically, maybe you can consult with the HOD. For example, maybe for the mid assignment, it can be also part of the signature assignment, final exam, or maybe final project, something like that. Yeah. So in my own course, I have 3 assignments that are assigned as the signature assignment. The first one is the unit test 1, which is measure all the mathematics outcomes, yeah, for the limit concept. This is for module 1, and then the second one is unit test 2, and then the last one is the final project. Gitu. Okay. Any question, Bapak Ibu? Maybe you can start to selecting your signature assignment and then try to embed the Sampurna University outcomes, ya, into the assignment. Udah gimana examnya? Jadi outcomes-nya coba dicek outcomes, klik outcomes. Terus ini kayaknya belum deh. Nah, find, klik find, account standard, ya, account standard. Nah, kliknya Sampurna University signature assignment. Nah, itu udah diedit tuh. Berarti tinggal kalau udah diedit dan then you go back to the assignment, mana assignmentnya tadi. Nah, itu kan final exam. Terus scroll down, coba di, oh ya udah tuh, of each Sampurna, benar kok, udah. Cuman you need to give brief information about the assignment. Iya. Jadi tinggal di edit pakai pensil tadi. Edit, nah ya gitu. Karena itu no information, right? Gimana Pak? Jatuh loh Pak. Iya. Kalau mau modify yang mana? Enterprise. Ya. Ini jadi homepage-nya nanti perlu diedit ya Pak sama final exam. Ya bisa diedit dari yang nah itu. Oh ini belum ada Pak, belum ada rubriknya. Outcomes-nya ditambahin dulu outcomes. Yes.
Oh harusnya iya sih biasanya. Iya. Tapi tipe assignment berapa doang, tapi item
udah benar.
Kadang-kadang ada kan.
Itu udah masuk ke situ, tinggal karena udah masuk, udah embed, baru masuk balik lagi ke assignment.
Bisa sama, bisa enggak sih, kalau mau coba ganti juga nggak apa-apa.
Terus
saya mau nggak yang sama PowerPoint, jadi saya terus assignmentnya gitu. Juga.
Nah, sorry, nanti scroll down.
Tapi nanti itu kan datanya
coba
akan diminta untuk awal-awal ya. Masuk untuk semua aja nah yang dia
nanti scroll down dulu ke bawah. Nah, terus find outcome. Find outcome. Nah, udah tinggal di klik signature assignment. Oke. Nah, ini tapi di unclick. Yes. Import. Import. Klik import. Udah. Ingat ya di unclick ya Pak ya, supaya skornya nggak lebih dari 100. Karena kalau misalnya diklik nanti skor in totalnya 100 plus, tergantung nih outcomes-nya. Kalau outcomes studentnya 2 jadi 102 ya. Nanti tinggal konsul ke Bapak Kaprodi ya.
Iya, siap.
Ada signature assignment This is going to be the final only, or maybe you can also include the mid exam or mid project. Yeah. So it can be more than one assignment, yeah. Can be more than one as long as this assignment measure the core variable. Gitu. Okay, can we continue? I have explained about studio, udah ya. And then assignment. Di home page ya. Yeah, go back to my. Okay, Bapak Ibu, again, I just want to remind you that for every course, yeah, it is not appropriate if you just give the student the link to the PDF file in this module. So, yeah, so for example, I can give you information about, this is my own module, yeah, about limits analytically, evaluating limits analytically. So, basically, we need to provide them a brief information about the topic that we are going to discuss in the class, in the class, and then don't forget to give them also information about the learning outcomes that should be achieved by the student once they have completed the session. And then, if you have materials to be discussed or learning resources that student can read by themselves, you need to also provide all of them in this page, yeah. And then the videos should be also attached to your page, gitu ya. And don't forget to give a welcoming message, kayak gitu ya. Also apa namanya, remember active engagement is key. This is just example, ya. Dan, yeah. And then, yeah, what if I have, for example, an open educational resources. Yeah, for example, I also use GeoGebra applet, gitu ya, in my class. Nah, for this kind of applet, yeah, you can give the link, yeah, like this. Nah, so once the student click the link, yeah, they can directly access this applet. So they can do exploration within the Canvas. Without signing out ya from the Canvas, gitu Bapak Ibu. But again, you have to recheck whether the apps can be accessed through the Canvas or not. Because sometimes it cannot. They will open new tab, gitu, to access the apps, gitu. Is that clear? Okay. Is there any question? Or maybe you want to do your own exploration. For example, you can try to create a rubric for your assignment. Yeah. Do you know how to create a rubric? The rubric is already available in your Canvas, right? Okay. But sometimes maybe we can create a new assignment, and then we want to have a new rubric for that assignment, right? Okay. Or maybe you can just start from your current assignment and then try to modify the available rubric, or create a new rubric for the existing assignment. It can be also like that. And then I think I need you to try create a rubric and create a quiz, yeah, using Canvas. Okay, maybe we can start to try creating a rubric, yeah. Okay, maybe you can go to your own Canvas, yeah, Canvas module. For example, ya. For example nih, group presentation. Nah, okay. Nah, maybe you can have you can find reference. For example, you can do you can seek a rubric for group presentation from Google ya. Nah, misalnya rubric for group presentation. Because if you refer to this rubric, there are only two ratings ya. Better to have maybe 4 categories ya for every criteria gitu Mbak. Nah, maybe this can be a reference for you, or maybe you can pick another criteria. Yeah, maybe you can pick another example. Yeah, you can for your own course, or you can pick your own. Yeah, tapi my suggestion will be try to have a rubric that has more categories yeah, for every aspect. Yeah. So you will have spectrum. Okay, now you can try to click the pen or pencil to edit. Nah, and then you can modify the criteria. You can also add the ratings, but just click a plus button, yeah. If you want to add the category for every criteria, gitu. And then you can also assign different points for different category. And better to give a clear description for every points or for every ratings. Kayak gitu ya, Bacut nanti tinggal klik plus button, and then you assign the rating score, and then give the rating title. Misalnya average gitu ya, and then don't forget to give the description, so it will be easier for you to assign the score ya. Ya kan, if you don't have description, then it will be very hard kan to assign the score for them. So that's why I myself always refer to someone else rubric ya. Yeah, because it's difficult right for us to create our own rubric. That's okay, ya kan? Okay, maybe Bapak Ibu you can do it for your own module, and then I will just help you, assist you to modify the canvas. Bapak Ibu, don't forget to enjoy the snack ya.
Iya,
Jangan malu, jangan malu. Ini informal session kok Bapak Ibu ya, informal session sebenarnya ya. Ini minumnya udah, Niko udah minumnya. Kasih nama udah minum. Always smile itu. Maksudnya always happy, always smile.
Kok udah 2 saya punya? Bawa aja piring. Saya sudah berencana seperti
Thank
itu,
you
Pak.
for coming, Bapak. Bentar banget gak datangnya.
Saya mau memastikan kalau saya datang.
Aman di sini ya. Oke. Sama-sama. Bapak Ibu, kita sampai jam apa sih, Dre? Sekarang mungkin kita fokus modifying your own Canvas module aja kali ya. Jadi nanti saya keliling aja bantuin teman-teman gitu kali ya. Karena biasanya issues, ini nggak apa-apa. Issues-nya itu adalah how to embed the outcomes. Tadi udah saya kasih tahu ya caranya. Terus how to tadi udah signature assignment outcomes. Terus how to add the studio kayak gitu. We can also ini Bapak Ibu generate online meeting using Canvas. Namanya fiturnya adalah Big Blue Button. Tapi ya sometimes ya nggak sometimes sih. Most lectures will always use Microsoft Teams sih gitu. Ya. So that's why if you want to use Microsoft Teams karena itu lebih seamless sih buat Teams, tapi kan nggak terintegrate sama ini. So that's why you need to create Microsoft Teams channel. Jadi create a dedicated channel for your class, and then you can create announcement in the Canvas, ya kan? So kayak ini, dear student, during this semester we are going to also use Microsoft Teams channel, ya, just in case to conduct the online meetings. Karena kalau if we have this dedicated channel, we can easily record and track ya those students who are active during the online meeting, ya those students who are not active kayak gitu. Misalnya mereka kayak online and then sign out, itu ada datanya. Kalau pakai channel, ya Teams channel kayak gitu. Nanti ada record datanya. Nah tapi channel Teams-nya ada kategorinya kan, buat yang classes gitu. Nanti you need to invite student using a specific code to enroll in your Microsoft Teams channel kayak gitu. Ya, jadi Bapak Ibu silakan take your time to modify your Canvas module. If you need my assistant and also Andre, we actually have Andre also. Andre, ayo please together with others. Jadi just raise your hand and then ask help from us. Silakan dicoba-coba modifying the rubric ya. Kuncinya itu aja sih, modifying assignment, modifying rubric, assign the signature outcomes ya. Nggak, signature outcomes nggak semua assignment ya, cuman assignment yang core aja. Tuh, terus create an interactive content using video misalnya gitu. Terus tadi kalau if you also want to have group discussion nih, nanti tinggal di sini misalnya klik plus button and then you can pick ya, is it going to be assignment, quiz, file, page discussion, ini banyak ya, external URL, external tools. Jadi ini di want to attach a file, klik attach di sini. Nanti ini bisa di anonym discussion, di mau off, partial, full, dan ini dipilih aja allow liking, add student to do atau apa. This is a group discussion, di graded or not graded. So discussion can be also not graded ya. Gitu. Kayak general ini ya harusnya not graded lah. Gitu kan. Enable podcast feed, jadi ini sangat customizable banget gitu ya. Terus mau dibikin aksesnya dari kapan ke kapan atau always available during the semester ya, you don't have to set the time ya for this activity kayak gitu. But if you just want to to give a restriction to the student, then you have to set the time. Misalnya available from today until next week misalnya gitu ya. Terus anggaplah ini misalnya untuk graded, jadi klik graded kayak gitu. Why possible-nya 100. Nah, don't forget to assign this discussion also ya as part of the assignment, itu paling penting. Itu di graded but then there is no specific group, then useless ya jadinya gitu sih. Intinya adalah praktis Bapak Ibu. If you do not explore the canvas by your own, then you will not be excel ya, of course ya, kayak gitu kan. Is there any question, Bapak Ibu, or you just want to do your own exploration?
About the grading.
The grading,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or should we grade through the canvas? And can we like grade it first and then later on publish?
Oh yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, so in Sampurna University, it is compulsory for us to publish the score at maximum 2 weeks after the student submit their result. I mean, after the submission deadline. Just publish it through the canvas aja Bapak Ibu. You can check their own score.
Is it automatically published or?
Yes, yeah, automatically publish. For the general setting, iya ya. Any more question? Oh yeah, just want to maybe this is actually part of the HOD task, but maybe since Sipil also try to ensure that lectures can deliver excellent teaching. Yeah, I just want to remind you that before you start the semester, better to consult the syllabus with your HOD and then get his or her approval. After that, try to develop the canvas materials, including uploading the syllabus within 1 week before the class started, or maybe 3 days before the class started, and then ensure that the first 2 weeks materials are uploaded into the canvas. Okay, and then once you have started the semester, don't forget to give the early alert assignment to indicate student entries within week 4. So in week 4 you need to publish the first assignment. So the data will be used by the student success union to indicate the student entries. And then after that, you need to also consult the mid and final exam, and for the final exam or the final assignment, you need to get approval from the HOD by submitting your final assessment into the academic portal. And then beside that, once you have complete then you just click input, yeah, and then you can submit the data, yeah. So for example, is it holiday? If it is holiday, then the system will automatically turn off, yeah, turn off the data for class mode and so on, yeah. But if you click no, yeah, then you can fill out, yeah, all the information here, ya. Misalnya statusnya is it as planned or not as planned? Yeah, if it is the same as you plan in the syllabus, then click as planned. And then after that, you just need to fill out the class mode data. Is it offline, hybrid, asynchronous, or online, gitu ya? For example, offline, gitu ya. And then you just give information about the teaching learning strategies that you use, ya, during the class. For example, I myself always using discovery learning, ya, discovery learning using the PC. Just input it. And then if you have any concern issues, other notes, please input it in this box. Then don't forget to also input the topics to be discussed and follow up for the next meeting. For the number of students, yeah, who are present in your class, you don't need to input the data because the academic registry will retrieve the data from Canvas. So to record the student present, yeah, you just go to the Canvas. Nah, and then in the course navigation, you can click attendance, Bapak Ibu. Click attendance. Nah, after that, you can record the student attendance data, ya. Oh, ini because have completed, ya. But then if I, for example, mana ya? Mana ya tadi ya? Oh, ini NGR 2302, ini kan new course, ya. I just go to attendance. Then click launching the tool, yeah, in the new tab, and then you will see, you just click this, misalnya Michael V. Chandra present, ya. Nah, ini sekarang dikosanin dulu. Danish present. Nah, this data will be automatically retrieved, ya, by the academic registry, ya, into your academic portal. So you need to always recheck the student attendance within 5 minutes, ya, once you have started the class. Any more questions, Bapak Ibu?
In case of the public holiday, so we have to take class.
No need, Pak. No need sih sebenarnya. If for example in this week in the second meeting there will be public holiday, then you just have to modify your syllabus, ya kan? Syllabus from the beginning of the semester. I myself already identified at which day that there is a public holiday, then I just modify my plan since the beginning of the semester. So you just have to explain that to the student there will be no class and there will be no activity. But then if you think that it is very important for you to have a makeup class, then you can do so. But yeah, you need to also contact academic registry to assign the room, the makeup room, right? The makeup classroom. And then you need to also ensure that all students can attend the makeup class schedule.
So it is not compulsory.
It is not compulsory.
So it means that you'll be miss one session or.
Yeah, I myself try to modify my syllabus like that. So for example, in this semester there are so many public holiday kan ya kan? Yeah. So in my previous plan, I will cover integration concept, but then yeah, we have so many public holidays within this semester. That's why I decided to cover only 3 topics. Gitu. Itu sih.
So you don't have to be wrap up all the
But
material.
yeah, again, you need to consult with the HOD. I myself already consult with my HOD, and Kapuluson they will continue to Kapulus 2. So Kapulus 2 will start from different phase, gitu loh Pak. Because of this kind of situation or condition, kayak gitu. Any more question? Continue to modify your canvas. If you have another appointment kayak baju, you can leave earlier, of course. And again, you can always contact CTL team members to have assistance, yeah, on how to maximize the canvas learning management system, on how to modify your canvas. You can just email us, yeah, at ctl@santonauniversity.ac.id and then make an appointment, yeah, to do consultation. You can have Mas Andre or me, yeah, or myself, yeah. Thank you, Bapak Ibu. Okay, while waiting for you, please just let me know. How can I help you better? Yeah. Gimana? Pertanyaan? Aman ya? Lumayan lah ya.
Yeah.
Kedengaran lah ya. Ngacut, ini ngacut udah bagus ya.
Waduh nih, barisannya
Sudah sangat sophisticated.
Tapi aku mau masuk ini. Kan masuk.
Oh, Mbak, belum bisa ya? akses?
Bisa.
Coba diklik tuh, Mbak. Ya.
Jadi
Email aja ya, tolong email ya.
Email ke.
Iya, ke IT.
Oh,
IT ERCC CTL ya.
Oh.
Untuk ya.
Sana.
Dia bilangnya, Mbak kan ngajar, jadi I need to have access to the academic portal system. Specifically to access, ada beberapa feature yang you need to access kayak apa tadi, post teaching report, terus questionnaire result, reflection, journal reflection, apa lagi ya? Kalau di tempat aku lengkap soalnya. Aku cek ya, nanti cek ini.
Yang dari YouTube.
Oh iya, udah have you access the,
Tadi kan
bisa nggak? Have you access the oh iya bisa, berarti bisa semua ya kayak gini nih. Oke.
terus saya coba.
Mbak, should you need to email AR, IT, and CTL ya to get access to the academic portal system. So if you are teaching
Belum.
courses, then you need to sorry, itu jadi kanvas lagi.
Kan coba saya.
You need to get access to the academic portal.
Iya di sini di area sini.
Okay. So at least you have access to some system nggak, kayak assign section, post teaching report system, assessment submission, teaching reflection journal, sama questionnaire result. Nah sorry, ada satu lagi, grade management Mbak.
Apa itu tadi?
At least you have access to assign section, post teaching report, assessment submission,
Ada langsung saya input ya. Kayak dari situ.
teaching reflection journal, sama questionnaire result, sama yang terakhir grade management.
Iya.
Tapi ya harusnya semuanya sih Mbak.
Oh gitu.
Dia bilang aja minta akses ke academic portal. Oh bukan pakai upload media, maaf, close. Kliknya ini Pak. View all. Nah, pas dulu. Ya, jadi Bapak tinggal select videonya, ya. Nanti ini ada 2 option. display media tabs or not. Nah, kalau display media tabs nanti si mahasiswa can give comments on this gitu. Nah, kalau enggak nah gitu. Ya. Jangan lupa di save.
Iya. Oh, ada.
Jangan Mbak aja juga nggak punya akses itu. Ada kota. Oh iya, lupa. Bapak Ibu, don't forget to give us an evaluation. Give us your feedback, ya. So, mana tadi Hendrik? Oh ya, ini aja deh, tampilin PPT-nya ya. Sorry. Itu nge-hang HP laptop aku. Nah, ini. Nah, if you want to leave the room earlier, please don't forget to give us your feedback by filling out this evaluation survey. You can just use your phone to access the link. Yeah. And then once you have to start this semester.
Amin.
Again, we always be available. We will be very happy to help you, Bapak Ibu. So if you need our assistance, please do not hesitate to contact me, contact Andre. Yeah, if you don't have my email information, just click or type in ctl@Sampurna University, then you can reach out